Welcome guys to a new video on 2 Question and Math channel. Today we have the new reviews from Shadow Paladin from class selection 1, which we are going to cover for you guys in this video. If you guys didn't see the reviews up to this point, I would highly recommend going to the Question and Math Facebook to see all the reviews right there and being updated on the new reviews from the Bushiroad live stream, of course. So what the Witch archetype did back into the Legion era was recurring great zeros onto resisting units onto your opponent's field. So with that you would weaken their forces and getting triggers out of the deck. So what the new Witch archetype is doing right now is making sure you still retain that sort of an old playstyle, but adding a little bit of a new mechanic to it. So this is mesmerizing Witch Vienna, which is the grade 3 boss unit of it, of course. She has the skill for counter +1, retire 2 rear guards. You can search your deck or hand for up to 1 Witch of Reality Famine, which will be the grade 2 in the Witch archetype. Call it a front row rear guard circle. If you search your deck, shuffle and that unit or that circle that called unit is on becomes a Vanguard circle at the end of turn. So what this makes is that you get another Vanguard swing into the mix, which will get a drive check, of course, because every unit has a drive check on its own if it's on the Vanguard circle. And for a second skill, you can for a continuous Vanguard circle during your turn, all of your Vanguards get power plus 5k for each of your opponent's grade 0 rear guard. So this makes it so whenever you weaken the opponent's force, you get actually some power out of it. Is it good enough? We don't know yet. I personally don't think so, just because Luard is does more things for retire 2, gets more value out of a counter blast, and gets more markers over the short term and even over the long term of the game. But let's look at the grade 2, which will be Witch of Reality Famine. For her skill, you can act counter blast or soul blast 1. Your opponent chooses 2 rear guards or 2 grade 0 units from her drop zone, calls them to her rear guard circles where units with grade 1 or higher resides, and if even not one was caught, she gets a drive check. So you can possibly get a twin drive onto your rear guard, which is nice, but is it that strong? I don't think so. Just getting in total 4 drive checks is almost the same as what Blade Master does, and Blade Master even gets to retire the entire field. Is it good enough in the standard formula? No. I think it's more of a against the law type of skill with a little bit of retire possibilities or disruption possibilities mixed in them. And for the grade 1, we got Cold-Blooded Witch Lurba. Auto rear guard circle. This ability cost is reduced by counter +1 for each of your opponent's grade 0 rear guards, and when placed, counter +2. Put a grade 2 or greater normal unit from your drops on the bottom of your deck and draw a card. So the ability you draw a card is nice. Is it good? Once again, I don't think so. Because what your opponent can do, of course, is against Femme only guard with 1 grade 0. Your opponent calls out 1 grade 0, then this costs a counter blast for a draw, which is really not what you're looking into. And then with Vienna, you still need to pay a counter blast just to make sure you get the additional Vanguard circle. So it's a little bit of a lackluster skill in my opinion. I don't think it's that good. It can be that I'm not too big into the Witch archetype for Shadow Paladin, so it can be that I'm overlooking some things, but I don't think it's that great in my opinion. And then for the reprinted units, if they are compatible, I don't think Sharon is a great idea if you will look at the Witch archetype, but for Lore this is a very good reprint, and maybe even for the future of Shadow Paladin, just because Shadow Paladin relies on spray calling out great ones, of course, from the deck or maybe even from the hand. And with this you can get your counter blast back. You mostly pay for those type of skills. Then that Armored Dragon, also a nice reprint, makes it so that people that didn't went to Spring Fest, I think what it was, still get this promo. I personally have it, so I don't have that much merit in getting this card, of course, but maybe for other people they can still get this. And then for last, Skull Witcher main, which is of course a great reprint, which of course also is needed for the Witch archetype, just because you retire 2 regards every single turn. And for the rest, where does this card excels in? I don't think it excels in anything. I think it's good for the game itself. If people want to start out with playing Shadow Paladin, they actually need to pay a lot upfront to play only the clan. Shadow Paladin has been a really expensive clan out of almost all of the clans, and with this you can go into the Shadow Paladin hype train, let's just say, for only 25 euros, where you get 4 copies of Vienna, 4 Femme, this great one, and you get Sharon and the main for only 25 euros, which is a good deal, and of course the RPG and that armor. For the rest, I wouldn't. If people aren't that big into the Witch archetype and they already have the old stuff, I wouldn't recommend going for this, of course. But since clan selection boxes are 75 euros, every single clan's divided is split between around 25 euros. It's a good deal for people that want to start with Shadow Paladin and don't really want to go into the war just yet, just because they wanted to see how the clan is played. So that's really it about this review. Of course, it wasn't a big one. There's not that much to talk about when you look at all the other cards. I mean, and it's not even that good in premium already, just because the unit that's on the Vanguard show cannot be standard with a stand trick, of course, just because it's a stand. It's not a stand. It's a Vanguard unit. So you cannot even go for the multi-attack route. And for the rest, I think it's just a nice budget build, which probably will play great, but it's not the best in the format. So that's my thoughts around it. Comment down below if you guys see any other maybe possibility you want to see, maybe any other possibility you knew out there, which I can overlook, of course. And that was really it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Comment down below if you have any questions or want to enlighten us with your comment, of course. And we will see you in the next video. Goodbye.